Hi, this is group 4 and today we will demonstrate the feature we have added in Google Task Integration. It is sending daily notifications for tasks that are due. So first I will walk you through the code base. So we have made changes in the existing files and also added 2 new files. So the first file we have made changes to is the config.float.py. In this file, we have set up the code for setting up configurations for sending notification. The function that is the class that is handling this is the class options flow handler. So this sets up the Google configurations for whether we want the notifications or not, and also the kind of notifications, email or push or both. So the code for that is present here. Next, we have also modified constant.py to add some constants. This is for code refactoring purposes. The scheduler logic for sending notifications, a daily notification, has been added in coordinator.py, and that function for that is called schedule daily notification. We are calling this function from init.py file, that is during setup of the integration. Whenever a setup of the integration is set up, the scheduler is also set for in case when a notification is enabled. So we have made a call to that in this place for scheduling daily notification. Next, our logic for sending email has been added in notifications email.py. This is a new file which we have introduced. It handles sending email notification by connecting to SMTP server, and also along with that it handles exceptions in case it does not receive proper email details, also if there is some SMTP error. So these exceptions are handled here. We have defined that exception for notification in exceptions.py called Google Task Notification Error. Same, we have added another file which is notification push.py. This contains all the logic for sending a push notification using push bullet API. We have also handled errors for this file for failure scenarios. The next file that we have changes in is in todo.py. Here we are going to incorporate for the functionality where we are sending a notification when a new task gets added. So that part of the logic has been handled here in todo.py. We have added some loggers to make it more meaningful. With this, that brings us to the changes that we have done in the main files. Next, I will move on to show the changes that we have added for the test cases. So this is our test folder for Google Tasks. We have added test cases for testcoordinator.py. Here we have added test cases to test our scheduler functionality. So we have mocked the call for the scheduler, which is basically the async track point in time. This is the scheduler function that is present in Home Assistant. It's a helper method that schedules an event. So this test case is not exactly calling this scheduler, but it is mocking a call for it. So using this mock track, we are performing all the test cases for the scheduler. Next, we have created a test notification.py file. This file runs all the test cases for email notification. We also have a test notifications.py file, which is also a new file, which runs the test cases for push bullet. This brings us to the end of all the test files that we have added and updated. Next, I will show you the PyTests that are passing successfully. So we will run the test cases now to see if they pass. We are running the test case for the whole component of Google Tasks. So we can see now that all the tests passed, which is 58. So this includes the existing tests as well as the ones that we introduced. Hi, we will now show the demonstration for our feature. So we have this to-do list, and here we can see that there is one task which is due today, and another which is also due today, and another task which is due for tomorrow. So we will see that when we enable our notifications, if we receive notifications for them or not for these tasks. So for that, we first need to go to Settings, Device and Services, then we go into Google Task and then click on the configuration gear icon here. Here we can see that a form opens up which allows us to set the notifications, and for example, if we want to set the notification as enabled and we want to receive email and push, we just need to click on these checkboxes. There is the option to also only select email or only select push. That also works, but for this demo, let's say that we want to receive both. And here is the time of the day when we want to receive the notification. So right now the system time says it's 14:39. We are going to set up a notification time for 14:40 or 14:41. When we click on submit, we see the configuration page opens up to put in our SMTP details for email. I have already entered that, so we are good with it. Next, when we click submit, the option page opens up for the push details. We have already set it up here, and then we click on submit, and it says the options are saved. And now we wait if we receive a notification or not. We are expected to receive both push and email. So we can see we have already received a push that says Home Assistant daily task, and it lists the tasks which are due today. So we can see it. Since we're using Push Bullet app, if you click on it, the Push Bullet app opens up and it shows the task for today. Now we need to check if we have received an email of the same or not. So sure enough, we have received an email from Home Assistant that talks about the daily tasks that we have, which is new assignment and submission. So this way our scheduler feature is working. Next, we will see that once the scheduler time has passed and a user wants to add a new to-do task and set the due date as today, if he receives a notification or not, he is supposed to, because the scheduler time has already crossed. So we add a new task, and we set the due date as today. So if we save it, we are also again supposed to receive an email and a push reminder that a new task has been added, whose due date is today. And we save it. And sure enough, we have received a push for the newly added task. And then if we check our email, we are supposed to receive an email too. And here we have received the email for the new task to do. This way our functionality is working. I will now add another task and set a due date as a date which is not today. We won't be receiving a notification for that. Let's call it second task. We add it and set a new due date for tomorrow. And we submit it and save the new item, and we are not expected to receive any notification. And sure enough, we have not received any push, and again if we check our email, we should not be receiving any email. There is no new email, which shows that our functionality is working.